Welcome back to Poorly Educated Today in the News. And buddy, grab yourself a mug of something warm because today's news looks like somebody shook the country like a snow globe full of bad decisions. It feels like every headline came out of a Walmart parking lot at 3 a.m. You ever open your phone and think, surely things can't get dumber than yesterday? And then America pops out from behind the couch like, surprise, hold my biscuit. We got tariffs, blizzards, gold climbing like it's trying to get into heaven, drones snatching other drones like they're shoplifting, and Minnesota looks about one sneeze away from a constitutional bar fight. So let's dig into the chaos before the chaos digs into us. Segment 1. Greenland or Bust. Trump starts a snowball fight with Europe. So Trump woke up and decided he needed Greenland more than he needed NATO, oxygen, or common sense. Europe told him no again, so he pulled out tariffs like they were coupons for revenge. 10% now, 25% later. And Germany's over there clutching its Volkswagens like family heirlooms. The UK said it's completely wrong, which is British for we're furious but too polite to cuss. Denmark's screaming about sovereignty while Trump's treating the island like a Black Friday doorbuster. Meanwhile, Greenland's out in the streets yelling, "Our land, not yours," which is a pretty clear message unless you're America. Because we hear that and go, so you're saying there's room for negotiation. Segment 2. Board of Peace. Trump builds a pay-to-play planet. Now he's also built this thing called the Board of Peace, which is basically the UN if it worked like a country club where the membership fee is $1 billion and the dress code says, bring oil or leave. You got Rubio, Kushner, Tony Blair, billionaires, and probably a couple dudes who wandered in from a hedge fund by accident. Gaza gets turned into a technocrat playground. Hamas dissolves itself like a diet tablet in hot water. And Israel's mad because Turkey and Qatar are on the guest list. It's global politics sponsored by NASCAR. You don't solve conflict. You just slap logos on it, give everyone a headset, and hope the fireworks don't hit the parking lot. Segment 3. Minnesota Meltdown, ICE, Walls, and the Great Redneck Showdown. Up in Minnesota, things heated up even though the weather sure didn't. ICE shows up like they bought the city on Craigslist. A tragic shooting sets everything on fire, and suddenly the DOJ is investigating the governor and the mayor under a law from the 1800s, written back when folks thought leeches were medicine. Trump threatens the Insurrection Act. Walz calls up the National Guard. And now we got active duty troops on standby, like they're waiting for a concert to start. Minnesota's sitting there like, we were just trying to make hot dish. How did we end up in a constitutional crisis? Judge Menendez tried to calm things down by telling ICE to quit pepper spraying everybody who owns a pair of shoes. But DHS basically said, no thanks, we're good. It's like watching a custody battle where nobody wants the kid, but everyone wants the power. Segment 4. Gold shining, Bitcoin's crying, and Wall Street's frying. Over in the markets, gold's climbing faster than my cousin Eddie when the raccoon chased him up the water tower. Investors saw Greenland tariffs and said, nope, and sprinted straight to gold, like it was the last plate of biscuits at Cracker Barrel. Meanwhile, Bitcoin fell off a cliff, splashed into a puddle, and asked for medical assistance. People keep calling it digital gold, but buddy, gold ain't never lost 6%, because Europe got cranky. Bitcoin ETFs had 500 million run out of them in a day, which is what happens when hedge fund guys panic and hit the sell button like it owes them money. Trade wars don't scare cows or chickens, but they sure scare crypto bros. Segment 5. Snowmageddon 2026. America gets frostbit in the butt. This winter storm is 1,500 miles long, which means it's bigger than my entire dating history, and colder than my ex's voicemail greeting. Florida got snow, which is illegal in 3 counties and emotionally damaging to palm trees. Georgia's trees are bending under heavy snow, like they just learned who's running for office next year. The Midwest is in full blizzard mode. Michigan's dealing with lake effect misery, and the Northeast is getting 1 inch per hour, which means New Yorkers are yelling at the snow like it's intentionally disrespecting them. And after all this, the polar vortex is coming in behind it like, "Hey y'all, mind if I ruin your infrastructure for the next 3 weeks?" Texas is somewhere praying its power grid ate its Wheaties this morning. Segment 6. AI nannies and Pentagon drone cowboys. CES happened, and buddy, apparently AI is done pretending to be cute. It wants to run your whole house. Samsung's selling fridges that monitor your family's health, which I do not want. I don't need my dishwasher telling me my cholesterol's high. Meanwhile, LG built a laundry folding robot that's going to go on strike once it sees the disaster I call a sock drawer. And at the Pentagon, they built Amazon Prime for anti-drone tech. Commanders can just order drone hunters like they're buying plumbing supplies. The drone hunter F-700 shoots nets at enemy drones, which means we are now officially living in a cartoon. Somewhere in the world, 2 robots are lassoing each other above a military base like metallic rodeo clowns. Segment 7. Football frenzy, J.D. Vance hustlin', and culture gone wild. Football-wise, Seattle whooped San Francisco so bad the 49ers are still trying to find their dignity under the bleachers. Denver beat Buffalo in the snow like they trained with polar bears. We still got the Texans, Patriots, Rams, and Bears on deck, which means at least one fan base is about to experience emotional devastation. College football's got Indiana and Miami in the championship, proving anybody can dream big if they believe hard enough. And also, if Alabama has an off year, J.D. Vance is rising like biscuits made with too much baking powder. Spanberger made history in Virginia. Deadheads filled San Francisco for Bob Weir. And the Epstein files just keep Epsteining, because apparently that saga has more chapters than the Bible. In conclusion, the United States today looks like a country trying to speedrun a midlife crisis. We're buying islands, slapping tariffs on allies, rearranging the Middle East like furniture, yelling at each other in Minnesota, freezing coast to coast, panicking the markets, inventing robot cowboys, and watching football like it's the last normal thing we got left. But don't worry, your poorly educated host is here. Bless his heart. To explain it all with the accuracy of a GPS from 2004. Stay warm, stay weird, and stay tuned, because tomorrow's chaos is probably already loading.